Nat, Sam, we have time for just one more segment, and it is time for our Jam of the Week. And this week, we are hanging out, Rob Halford and the boys, Judas Priest, Breaking the Law. Oh, fuck yeah. 1980, British Steel, one of the greatest rock albums ever made, and also great YouTube video where Judas Priest robs a bank with the power of rock and roll. But what are they stealing? Their own gold record? Question mark. It's a very weird video. I had never seen the video for Breaking the Law until I started looking at these comments, and it's a cool video, but then when it is revealed what they're stealing is their own record, it just gets really confusing.
Isn't that essentially what O.J. Simpson actually went to jail for?
That is exactly what O.J. went to jail for, stealing his own memorabilia back. Rob Halford kicks the door in. You're not going anywhere. Technically, that makes it kidnapping. I found that out on OJ Made in America. If you tell someone you're not going anywhere, that's another big old charge on your record there.
You guys aren't going anywhere until we finish this segment.
That's right. Yeah.
This has gone from a podcast to a situation.
Hostage crisis. This is Judas Priest. This is Breaking the Law, and let us get down into the YouTube comments for this tune. First up, Nicholas Murley from 11 months ago. Sounds like a song that I'd play on The Purge if it was an actual thing that happened in America. If The Purge does happen, I will be playing this song.
Oh, good. I'm glad this guy's out here.
Cool.
Except when the purge is happening, you're not breaking the law.
No, that's the point. Yeah.
That is the point. But also, this is the exact same type of person that I knew back in college who had a detailed plan of what to do in a zombie apocalypse, but to this day still doesn't have a retirement plan.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, all right, if the purge breaks out, I got to have a playlist. What are we doing? It's like, hey, do you know what an Ira or a Roth is? Ira Roth is the NPR guy, isn't he?
Michael from 11 years ago. God, when I hear that opening riff, I just want to fuck it hard. So fucking classic. Brings a tear to my eye. How ignorant today's popular music is in terms of actual music.
New age music can't even get my dick hard. To drink a C4 before I listen to some Eminem.
I cannot fuck Dua Lipa.
When he said, I want to fuck it.
The riff, he's talking about this guitar riff that you're hearing.
He wants to
fuck it hard. So,
I mean,
it's good. It's a good riff.
I'm trying to think of the logistics of fucking a riff, because I do remember back in high school when I was horny and would put my wiener on anything. I remember laying on my back with my acoustic guitar over my lap, and the vibration felt kind of good on my wiener. So I guess if you play it hard enough on an acoustic guitar, you can fuck the riff.
Yeah.
Although that's
dick
the riff
to the amp.
Although
that's to the amp.
But that's technically the riff fucking you, though.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gay for that riff, bro.
This is Miguel Sandoval from 10 years ago. I never go breaking the law at all. Why? Because it will lead to consequences that put people like them or me in jail for life.
What kind of crimes do you choose not to commit?
Thanks, Miguel. Sir?
You're doing the life crimes? Those are the ones you're thinking about?
Here's the thing. We're laughing at him for being lame, but if that one cop actually took that advice, he wouldn't be in the trouble he's in right now.
This is a fair point.
We all need to listen to Miguel a little more.
I got you, Miguel.
Dalibor Siska from 6 years ago. A few days ago, I was calculating, for fun, how many years I will spend in jail if cops catch me every time I break the law. The answer is 4,000 years. Join the dark side.
That's the nerdiest way ever to admit that you're a serial rapist.
They must never know.
See, including like speeding and running red lights. And getting warrants for those and then not dealing with the warrants.
And being the man known as the Phantom Strangler.
I hope he's also going hypothetical with it. Like, he's does nothing wrong in his life other than like parking in a no parking area, gets a ticket, but in his mind he doesn't pay the ticket. The cops come for him. He he murders a cop. And he's on the lam and he's doing all these things. And he's just sitting there, having done nothing wrong, just thinking, if they only knew.
Leonard Anderson from 1 year ago. My friend used to play this song in his black 1960s Mercedes. I don't know how he could afford that car because all of his small salary was usually spent on alcohol. He probably stole the car, some money to buy it. He was not very honest, but funny. He got a lot of enemies. He died at 30 in a ditch.
There it is.
Nobody knows how, though.
There it is. I've been waiting for that because every single song, no matter if the song is more than 2 years old, you will have this moth-level soliloquy of, in my younger days when I thought I was invincible, but eventually realized I wasn't. My taste in music is terrible. I listen to nothing but power metal, so here we are. This is my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Pop punk, Weird Al, and Insane Clown Posse. That is my exclusive playlist.
My man.
And whenever I go and like find any of the playlists, you always have like, oh man, this takes me back to the days of skateboarding in the summer heat. My friends and I didn't have anything to do. I'd do anything to go back to those days. R.I.P. Bill.
Yeah, R.I.P. Lauren. I can't believe your head was torn from your body in a car crash. And you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to listen to fucking Weird Al.
Yep.
Every time I hear this, I think of a dead man in a ditch. Rock on,
My
brothers.
life is horrible.
How did he die? Breaking the law.
Philip Telliga from 5 years ago. Killer guitar, killer song, real metal. Hell yeah. Love that fire. Sex, drugs, alcohol. Ladies, this is heavy metal. Break Al rules. Law.
All right, first of all, why?
That one, he started off at like 6 shots of Jack Daniels and ended like in the 13 to 14 lane.
Yes, I also just, why is there no vodka that's chocolate flavored called alcohol?
You're right. Ooh, man.
Also, I love, because I don't listen to modern music, but I'm not shitty about it. You know, it's just,
Oh, yeah.
I'm stuck in my ways. I'll give it a chance. It's just usually not for me.
Sure.
But I love the fact that if I'll like, because I like pop punk, and I know Machine Gun Kelly's trying to bring it back. So I'm like, I'll give this a chance.
Yeah.
Not for me, but good effort. I don't see anybody in the comments being like, this is so much better than that old supposed music.
Yes, that is 100% right. Yeah.
Nobody's being shitty about old music and like their taste. It's always just like, oh, these fucking kids.
Yeah. That's every one of these comment section has a Justin Bieber thing.
Yes.
And it was way more common like 10 years ago, but you'll always see like, fucking Justin Bieber, I hate him. And you're like, yeah, I don't, if you go to a Justin Bieber song, I don't think there's anyone being like, Metallica.
And
like,
it's been around forever. Like there were people, hundreds of years ago going like, oh, these kids and their Mozarts.
Yeah. Jazz music's going to ruin humanity. You know that, right?
yeah. Yep. Christian Holmes from 8 years ago. I used to play this song every Saturday while taking my ex-wife to her church. She was a Seventh-day Adventist. They believe in all kinds of laws. Maybe that's why she's my ex now.
There it is. I'm telling you.
I used to do this thing that to piss my wife off on purpose.
And now she's my ex.
What a dumbass.
Inconceivable. I like this one because it mentions someone by their first and last name, but also their fucking screen name's pretty great. Kiefer DeJesus, Real Love, me Todd Reese from 11 months ago. My soulmate, my future wife, Dana Mitchell, Doug's daughter. Love you.
Cool. That's.
I like it, but I really just like Kiefer DeJesus, Real Love, me Todd Reese.
Oh no! Is this the modern equivalent of scrawling your initials in a heart on a tree, or you just put it as a YouTube comment?
Hey, if I know anything about Dana Mitchell, and for that matter, Doug, her father, they be in the Judas Priest comment section.
Yeah, they love this song and reading the comments.
I also love that he doesn't say anything about her other than her father's name, which is, you are defined by being a man's property. Love you.
You wouldn't believe the dowry that I got from my beloved Dana Mitchell. Jack Off from 4 years ago.
Oh, my account.
This is the best song to have sex with. Banging.
This guy fucks the riff too.
Yeah, he does. Oh, but I didn't finish. This is the best song to have sex with. Banging the wife, banging the wife, banging the wife, banging the wife.
This guy's
All right.
probably divorced too.
Yes.
I usually will always.
He's
yes.
cut a hole in a picture, and he's yeah.
I will always try to yes and, but if you're breaking the law while having sex, it's bad. You're a bad.
God hacked site world leader. Go to my new site from 2 years ago.
Wait, is that all a username?
That's the username. God hacked site world leader. Go to my new site.
Okay.
From 2 years ago. So I think this is a compromised account. They're saying this account got hacked.
I just didn't know that your name could be that long. It's like comedians on Twitter being like, Bob Zadie, fucking Chuckle Hut, April 13th through 19th, tickets on sale. It's like, anyways, go on. Sorry, I've had a mini seizure there.
Hi, my most holy husband and boys. Together forever in eternity, love, infinity. I'm happy to have you in my tabernacle. I created my beautiful arch, husband, and half-god boys. Praizo. Soon.
Wait, he ended by saying soon?
Soon, with 3 exclamation points.
I was about to say that's the most wholesome religious message I would imagine finding on a Judas Priest song. Because it would usually be like, this is the devil's music, play it backwards, they're telling you to kill yourself, blah, blah, blah. He's literally just coming in and being like, I just want you to know God loves you, everything's cool.
And I have built an arch.
Yes. But then he ends with soon, and then there's a menacing undertone to it that I am not comfortable with.
And a bunch of emojis that it's a baby, a kiss, a finger point, a bed with someone sleeping in it. It's just very, I don't know what's going on. Don't go to sleep soon. I love this one here. Sid from 6 years ago. Breaking the law is my daily tradition. I aim to have broken all of the Swedish laws before I die, but with so many bullshit laws that here in Sweden, I have to live until I'm older than the Phantom. 300 years. So
It's so funny how people just bring their life into whatever they're doing. Just like, well, I was sitting here thinking how pissed I am about Swedish laws. Yeah. Every single one of them, which I want to break, including murder and all those other terrible ones.
Murder, arson, necrophilia, pedophilia, hebophilia.
Bestiality. Just all of them. But there's these fucking Swedes.
So many laws, so little time.
this one actually, in a rare case for this segment, this one is actually in reference to the video. So there's a section where the security guard at the bank that Judas Priest is robbing kind of looks at the screen and sees Judas Priest and then just kind of gives him like a little, oh, wow, those crazy kids. So
these guys again.
These guys again, they're just here to steal their own gold record. Bill Steinfeld from 1 year ago. What the hell is with the smirk on the security guard's face as he watches the closed circuit monitor? Is this incompetent jagoff an accessory to this crime? Screw him and this unrealistic portrayal of monetary security. There are many examples of law breaking that do not include the participation and or inaction of police officers. Screw you, Judas Priest, and the BBC. Piss off!
I can actually speak on this with a somewhat position of authority because I was actually a security guard for about a year.
Yeah?
You?
I sure was. And also, I was apparently one of the better security guards they had because
Where was this at?
This was...
It was at a jail in North Carolina. Where so I was supposed to be checking out the evidence locker.
Yeah, I was off-campus housing at my university in Orlando.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, apparently the guy I replaced got fired when there was a car careening towards the little like house shack we were in, and his thought was, oh, let me get out and run and jump kick this car. And when the police showed up to give a report, he couldn't speak enough English to actually give a report for what happened.
Did you go to college in a Steven Seagal movie? What do you mean?
I mean, Orlando is a Steven Seagal movie, so
so
the answer is emphatically yes.
Oh, my God.
But I will say I had to do, I think it was 24 hours of training to be a security officer, which was needless because ultimately you can boil the job down to calling adults.
Yeah. Observe and report.
Yeah, that's literally all we do. I remember we had like a final exam and no one understood this. It was literally saying like, all right, what do you do if you see a fire? And they're like, ooh, we grab the fire extinguisher. We run. I was like, nope, you calling adults.
I just like that this guy is mad that it's portraying the police badly, and this is from a year ago, so this guy was just like watching shit pop off in Minnesota and just being like, well, at least I could take refuge in my favorite thing, which is heavy metal music. Hey, that cop sucks, and stop showing the cops that suck.
And also security guards are like, he's doing an exemplary job. He is observing, he will eventually report.
Yeah.
The one time I reported in my entire year working that job was at one point I saw somebody jump over the fence into the facility, and I was like, all right, I'll make a note of that later. Because I'm not going to call the cops to be like, I saw somebody jump a fence. What they do, scamper.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste their time. I just wrote down, saw someone jump a fence. That was weird. And also, mostly all you can do is like just smirk. I remember once I saw somebody like pissing in a bush, and they were very drunk and they got scared because they didn't know I had no authority. And they said, am I going to jail now? And I said, maybe. Move along.
The Bachelor Frog from 9 years ago. These guys were fucking bitches, doing coke, smoking weed, drinking excessively, driving drunk, dropping acid, fucking dudes up, fucking dudes, getting the cops calling them for being loud, killing strippers, shooting guns inside the city limits, running red lights, and in general being metal as fuck. And this was long before Tumblr was around.
Damn.
What a dispatch from 9 years ago, man. A Tumblr reference.
That's such a funny thing to also bring up is like, and the kids are fucking on Tumblr.
Yeah.
We used to do this before the internet.
I also just want to point out the fact that I was enjoying it. I mean, he started off with, these guys were fucking bitches. I'm like, not all of
Rob
them.
wasn't, no.
But then he brings in
Yeah.
fucking dudes. I'm like,
It's inclusive, yeah.
yes, exactly. It is inclusive. Representation
Right.
matters.
And just when you're floating on that little cloud of like, he's like, and they killed a bunch of strippers. That was cool. And you're like, whoa, what?
Wait, what?
Huh?
You snuck that one in.
No, first of all, no, they didn't. What?
I missed that episode of Behind the Music.
Yeah. That reminds me of I was headlining a club in Boise a few weeks ago, and my opener, who was fucking hilarious, but like he was like very political, and the good people of Boise were not ready to be yelled at about how Joe Biden is a war criminal or
okay.
Obama is a war criminal.
Right, sure.
And they just were. It was so funny too, because like he was doing so good.
He was doing critical race theory to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was doing so good. Like he opens up with just talking about like, oh, I look crazy. Da 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 da. And also just slips it in there and just like loses it for the last 5 minutes. And I loved it. I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
And I go up there and I'm doing my thing. And I just in the middle of an applause break, I just slipped in Obama was a war criminal, and then went on with the stuff that they liked. And I literally said, like, you just clapped at Obama being a war criminal. And that's what that guy did. It's like, oh, I was having a good time, and you tricked me. You tricked me into being on board with killing people who want nothing more than to give me a boner, which like is a much more fun way to do it than drinking like Skittles shell flavored energy drink.
But I'm raging over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I know your denim is not baggy enough.
I got a couple more here. This one, sad Carter was working tonight because this is very. This is amazing if this has any validity to it, especially knowing people who listen to the show know what's up. James Kendall from 4 years ago. If someone took a shit on Donald Trump's Hollywood Boulevard star, it was probably me. I've got a long history of disrespecting authority, but I'm lazy, so that's probably not my poop. Huh? We're not sure if it's legal or if I did it, but if I had the intention, I aided and abetted it for sure. The law is nasty, and everyone should shit on Hollywood Boulevard, and they still let me vote around here.
I like how he admitted to it and then pulled it back. Like, if I were to do that,
it's like O.J. Simpson's book, If I Shitted.
Yeah. I mean, I can confirm various stories of his thing being shit on by either humans or dogs.
Yeah.
If the underwear doesn't fit, I did not shit.
I was on Hollywood Boulevard the other day, and I saw a bunch of like 60-year-old white guys, and they're standing around the star looking so happy. And I walked by him, Jennifer Lopez. So just so excited. They're taking pictures next to it. They're all like balding and look like they're fucking Republican cops or something visiting from out of state.
Just super into J-Lo star.
Yeah.
I wonder
over there by the Westin, the W.
That's right.
I also want to know what facet of J-Lo they love the most. If
This-
they're like very much into her acting, like are they very much like, oh, I love Enough. That is my favorite movie.
Well, this is a music one. She has a musical star.
She does. Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why that's what they went. Does she have a movie one too?
No, just the music one, as far as I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jenny from the Block.
Jenny from the Block.
Flagrant disrespect to Made in Manhattan.
No, yeah, her acting's probably better than her musical career. Let's be honest.
Whenever I see the billboards of her that say "Marry Me," I said, "I wish."
Variant MAGA Janian from 8 years ago.
Oh, she was on board early.
Yeah. My brother caught his son listening to this and freaked out and beat the shit out of him. Ha ha
Breaking
ha,
the law.
ha.
Breaking the law.
He was
Domestic violence. Domestic violence.
Breaking his arm. Breaking his arm.
He was convinced it was devil music. So there it is. We had to throw one in there, you know? And finally, Kurt Bader from 1 year ago. When your HOA says no loud music after 10 and you hide wireless speakers in your dickweed neighbor's yard and you just blast the shit out of this until the cops show up and they give the bastard a disturbing the peace citation and they still can't find those speakers. Raking the lawn.
Okay, nobody's that stupid
No.
that they couldn't find a blaring speaker. This is one of those, like, this guy's doing some fantasy about his HOA he hates.
I was just about to say, I love a guy who has fan fiction about himself. That rules.
I do as well, but also your privilege is showing that when you are living in a community where you own a home, even if it was only, what you said, 4 years ago?
No, that one was 1 year. 1 year ago.
Okay, so still in the middle of this housing crisis that we're having. Inflated, you have a house. I don't know if he's in LA. Wherever he is,
Probably not.
You have privilege enough to own a house, and you're also spending the money to get hidden speakers to put into it. Get fucked.
I
Yeah.
love the
What is-
passive aggressiveness of wanting to get revenge on your neighbor. Be like, but I'm not going to let him know I'm going to do it. I'm just hiding speakers, and I'm hiding in the back of the yard going, deep, breaking the law, breaking the law.
This is also like, yes, it's completely, that's the spirit of the song, which is like, ooh, I'm gonna do a funny, cute little YouTube prank. Like, if you understood this song, you would set their house on fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, his last name is Bader, so you have to imagine he's compensating for a life of being called Masturbator. You know,
That's
he's
not
just
good.
he got a shit hand dealt to him there in the surname department, but that's okay. That is Judas motherfucking Priest breaking the law from
Breaking the law.
British
Breaking the
Steel.
law. Breaking the law.
Oh.